Joining me now is child psychologist and author of When Things Get Too Crazy with Your Teen, Dr. Michael Bradley. Thanks for joining us this morning. I have to ask, what is your initial reaction when you see that video?
You know, I wasn't surprised at all, and I was stunned. As a psychologist, I'm not surprised because we have lots of research that shows how we're hyper-sexualizing girls at incredibly early ages. As a parent, I was stunned that the parents were asleep at the switch, that they don't even see what's going on there. This sexualization is so pervasive, parents are falling into it as well. We now are pummeling kids 24/7 with these prompts to be sexual. Us as adults, we can't get enough of this sex stuff in this culture, and it just is falling out on our kids.
One of the parents said that this was taken out of context, that there was just a small clip. This was actually a dance competition.
The sad part is that the parents would think that it was a contextual issue, that it's okay for 8-year-old girls to be taught to move like this. That's the sad and scary part of this issue.
How young is too young to dress like this? Or this? Or this? These images of child models appeared in French Vogue.
We are really eroticizing childhood in a dangerous way because it's showing girls that that's the most important, the only way you should be dressing is in this very sexy outfit. It is so normalized and so pervasive all over. You can't walk outside without seeing billboards and magazine covers. You can't turn on the television without seeing it. We are becoming immune to it because it's everywhere.
This isn't just reality TV. The sexualization of young girls has gone mainstream. This year, retailer Abercrombie & Fitch sold a padded bikini top on their website for 7-year-olds.
The moms are buying those, the dads are buying those. You know, these are little kids, and they're putting them in them. And maybe on some level the parents think, oh, that's cute, that's harmless, that's innocent, but I don't believe it is.
We are definitely in a dangerous place. We are seeing the repercussions of it, which is acts of violence against girls, and also the eating disorders and the self-esteem and the ways that girls are growing up now feeling inadequate and feeling like they are never going to be what they think they're supposed to be. What parents can do and what we can do as a culture is to say that there is a whole range of activities, of ambitions, of games, of outfits that you can wear, and really expanding her view of her possibilities, of everything that's in the world. You're going to raise a very different kind of child.
You know, every now and then, I think you might like to hear something from us. Nice, easy.
Buy me a thorn before you buy me a rose. Covered in dirt before I'm covered in gold. He's trying it on, yeah, he's taking me off. Say what you want. Even louder, why? Everybody, why? Don't feel love.
Hit that thing so hard, she called for one pain. Damn it, man. Let's go to Jamaica for champagne. Let me take it to town with a T-pain. Mama move that ass like chitty chitty bang bang chitty chitty.
Bring the action.
When you have this in the club, you're gonna turn it up. When we up in the club, all eyes on us. All eyes on us. All eyes on us. See the boys in the club. They watching us. They watching us. They watching us.
I'm the cat with the bass and drum going around like bum bum bum. I'm the cat with the bass and drum going around like bum bum bum. What's grooving? I'm moving. I like your style of lumping. How charming, just a rap.
When the APA task force on the sexualization of girls first started, we were very concerned at that time with things like child beauty pageants. And we were unprepared for how much dance, as just sort of great educational art and sport form, would sort of come in as the almost like more mainstream version of the exact same kind of platform for the sexualization of girls. And pretty soon after we had published our report, Dance Moms came on TV.
The audience should think that you are nude. It was, I know, that's why you can get away with it. I'm hot, I'm mean, you can't have me, you can't afford me. It's crotch boobs. This is a venue for very, very hypersexualized presentations of very young girls' bodies, and increasingly boys too are sort of participating in that. And I think it's just really, it's alarming to me, and I'm just really, really impressed with the work that you're doing with Edify. There's a lot of ways in which as girls begin to think of themselves as self-sexualized, when they think that the only value they have is in self-objectifying and in presenting their bodies in these sexualized ways, that begins to take over as the primary view of themselves. And they can't find rewards in other arenas. That's just the only way it's going to happen. Well, guess what? You're going to grow older. A younger girl is going to come along. You're going to have spent so much time doing this that you didn't spend as much time studying for your math test. And so the other opportunities that are in your life are going to get sort of overshadowed by this self-sexualization. And we've shown so many damaging effects of self-sexualization. Girls much more likely to make poor sexual decisions later in life, taking up smoking to keep their weight down, moving their bodies in other ways less effectively than they might, because there's so much thinking about how the body looks as it moves as opposed to how it feels, performing more poorly on things like math tests and other cognitive activities because their mind is so occupied with how they look. So we know the damage to girls themselves. A lot of the messaging is like, your only use is as a bitch or a hoe to service me. You're a commodity that makes me look better as either candy on my arm or, much more sexually explicit things. When we do not bring mindful, educated ears or eyes to material, we're much more likely to be impacted by it. That's priming. I mean, psychology's known that for a long, long time. When we are over and over and over again practicing some kind of a routine based on these kind of sexualized lyrics, we're not listening very mindfully. Whereas if we stopped and we said, wait, what did that lyric just say? Bringing our own cognitive mind, our own educated background to the lyric, and I think we're in a better position to listen to lyrics then because we can say, wow, that's a really catchy tune, but I don't like that lyric. I don't agree with it. I'm upset about it. If we just sort of let it filter us in the background, there's a lot of social psych work that shows
when we're primed with ideas, then we will show that those ideas have impacted us even more strongly than if we had actually very mindfully paid attention to it.
Music is so important. It is so important. It helps kids, teens, adults figure out how they feel because they're in such an intense place in their life where they're having all these feelings, they don't know what's going on, and they're trying to make sense of it, and music helps them understand. When you combine music and movement, you're even going into a whole nother direction because what they're doing is they're acting out the emotions, they're acting out all this energy that's going through them, and they're telling a story. It's different if they're creating their own story for themselves in the privacy of their own room where they're just trying to work out what's going on versus somebody telling them, hey, you know what, I want you to do this movement to this word. That prefrontal cortex, this part of your brain is the last part to develop, but it's also the center of logic and reason. Being the adults in the society is to help them develop their prefrontal cortex. Their brain is under construction. So now what you're doing is you're planting seeds for developing into an adult, into an individual. You take a very adult content and you role play it out. Whose story are you wanting to tell? Are you wanting to tell your story through a 9-year-old? When you're asking kids to perform something that they don't really understand, it's not about them anymore. The kids, they don't have to do that right now.